Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. This is my day 4 of my Halloween pages, and it's going to be a black all over page. Yeah. So, to get started, what I'm obviously going to do is I'm going to go in with my black magic, or sorry, black marble in the Dylusions paint, along with my blending tool, and just cover over the entirety of both pages. So I'll do that really, really quickly, and I'll be right back. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Dylusions coffins in the large. I'm going to put it somewhere centralized on the pages. And I'm going to take my white Posca paint pen and I'm going to outline all of them. Now I'm going to take my pen and go in the middle of both. All right, now for some images. I'm going to be using 2 of the Tim Holtz Distress number 5 tags. One of them I've already went and put 1/4" double-sided tape on the back. And then from the Dylusions Boney Maloney stamp set, I'll show you really quick. That one. And I'm also going to be using from the Tim Holtz Halloween Doodles this little candle here. But what I want to do is I'm going to take and kind of assemble Mr. Boney Maloney on this side of the page. Like this. And where's his other little leg? Making sure to try to keep him on where his images don't have to go over the page like this. Like that. Perhaps a body. Now, mind you, his body may end up going a little bit higher because the end goal, let me put this up here to help it lie down a bit, is I'm going to be putting this here to kind of look like he is hugging his own headstone. Because I think it kind of resembles a headstone, quite personally. So, I think what I'll do is I've cut these bits apart to make it where it would bend the opposite way. So, I'll put that like that. And I had to cut this one as well. I think it went like this. And then this one will go down here. And this one will go up here. And then his little head. Right there. And then what I want to do over here, because I've stamped down an extra of his arms, I'm going to have it coming over this way. And I have this little candle that I, again, had stamped out from the Halloween Doodles, Tim Holtz Halloween Doodles. And I'm going to put it down here. But first I need to color over these. This one, I'm going to make it look like a lantern. And I have some just regular embroidery string that I'm going to hang it from his hand. So to do these things, on this one I'm going to go over the entire thing with the Dylusions Rainy Day. And this one, let's move, let me just get these two. And I'll work on these two for the moment. Let's start with Rainy Day. And then on this one here, I'm going to take some of my tape and I'm just going to go around the edges just a bit to, well, here, let's start with the bottom. Bring it up probably, I don't know, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch or so. I think that's closer to 1/2 inch. And then, oh no, sorry, my apologies. I need to come up here because I want the paint to essentially go down here. So I'll go this way with it. We'll go up about there. And use that same Rainy Day and go over it. Like that. We're going to pull that off. And then we'll come over to this side and do about the same. Maybe a little bit smaller because the bottoms are always a bit thicker. So maybe 1/4 inch instead. This paint is kind of thick. But it's also very kind of translucent, so I kind of like that. And go down that way. Okay. Move it over to this side and do roughly the same thing. About the same size. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just kind of eyeball it. Just like that. And then what I'm going to do for up here is I reckon I'm going to take the tape and go from this corner to this corner like this. Do I want to do it that way? Yeah. And I'll put some here. And then I'm going to try and, because I need another line going here. So what I'll do is I'll go about down here, maybe about there. I'll take this one and eyeball roughly a ½ inch or so. Okay, this is crooked here, so I need to straighten this one up. Yeah, that'll be fine. I know it looks weird, but it's supposed to look kind of as if it's a lantern of sorts. So now I'm going to take my heat tool over it because I want to put some paint pen over it, and I don't want to ruin my paint pen. Now I think what I'll do, I'll just go in and kind of outline my little areas here where the paint is. Like that. I wonder if I shouldn't just, I think I will. So right over here, I'm going to take a piece of tape and I'm going to like add that there. Maybe that there. Not perfect. Let's go over a little bit more. Like that, maybe. There we go. Okay. Now just be careful not to go around that if I can avoid it. Alright, and then for this one, I am just going to go in and do a straight line all the way around. Alright, now what I want to do is I want to go in and I'm going to take the slate gray and dilute it down a little bit to give these bones a little bit of a coloring to them. Just a bit, not a lot. And I might decide on, I don't know if I'll give the candle a color or not. We'll see. So I'm going to do that really, really quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so because I didn't really like the pure white, I went in with the, I think this is called ivory. Let me see. Yes, the ivory, and went over where the white was. Now, for images, I'm going to lay them all back down again where I wanted them roughly, and then I'm going to start sticking them down one at a time. Let me do this again, just to hold it in place. So here, here, somewhere like that. And I think this is going to go up a bit higher. Maybe a bit lower, I'm not sure. This one goes on this side. And then the little lantern. And then I'm going to put the arms together and the little head. Well, I guess this needs to go on first, huh? So there. Maybe I can shrink it down just a bit. That way he don't look really, really weirdly long. This one's going to go here. Along with, uh-oh, I am missing a piece of arm. Right here. So that goes somewhere along those lines. And this one's going over here. Let's put, what if I did that up there? No, my apologies. This guy here, and then this one here. And then the little candle. Now, because, I mean, it looks okay like that, but I actually, because I'm going to have a green string holding the lantern, I've got green, just the standard border that I made to go all the way around. But I think I'm going to put these down first and then put my images on top. Let me just see. This one here I could put over. But for the sake of not covering up his little tootsies that I think are adorable. Actually, I might could. So I'll put these on top of everything. It'll be fine. I'm going to start getting these stuck down. Now, this is not going to get stuck down. And actually, let me start with this one because I want to show you what I want to do. I'm going to take some of the string. Not a whole lot. But just a bit. Whoops, sorry. There we are. Let me move this guy. And then I'm just going to loop the string through. I don't know, do I want to do just one time maybe? Yeah, just loop it through one time. But I want to allow myself enough room to, because what the goal is going to be is I'm just going to stick it underneath there. But I'll probably put a little bit of the, what do I have here? The Dylusions glue on the string onto the page, because my goal is to be able to flip it over and write on this side or this side. So I don't need that much string, I reckon. So I'll just shrink it down quite a bit. probably there. Let me get my scissors. Actually, here, let's do this. Maybe it'll be a bit easier. I will do it a little bit longer and I'll tie the end off as if I was making this into a regular tag. I'll tie the end up here. Where do I want it to be? I don't want it to hang that low, so maybe I'll bring this down further. Just like that. So essentially, I think what I'll do is make it where that goes just like this on the page. That way it looks like he's holding his lantern. Maybe. Okay. So, first and foremost, let's pull this off. I know it's a bit confusing. I haven't thought this far through yet. Move that over. And I am going to peel. I did put a couple pieces of double-sided tape on here, just so that way it would help hold it a bit better. Grab my glue. I'm going to put that on there. That is going to make such a mess all over my desk, but that's okay. Now I will grab my tag. Actually, yeah, I could do it where that's down like that. That'll be all right. Let's stick this around like this. Put it in there. And honestly, it's hanging down just as low. I didn't get no glue on the fingers, did I? Well, I'll be darned. I may... maybe here? That'll work. Let's go with that spot. There we go. And just to hold this here, I'm just going to put a tiny dab of glue on that and press her down. All right. Now, let's get this on. Okay, and we'll start sticking these on. So for the moment, I know that these two have to go on top. I'm going to move this, and I'm going to start sticking the legs and stuff down. Alright, now I'm just going to go with my black Posca paint pen. I'm going to outline all my images except for this that moves. But I'll outline my little candle here. And that is it, guys. That is my page. I don't love it, but it's just another page, you know? However, I do have room to write. I can write up here if I want, as well as back here, which I did leave plain. And then I can write over here. So maybe there's something in this page that can give you some kind of inspiration for your journal pages. If you like the video, please give it a like. I thank you so very much for watching. And until the next one, I hope you stay safe, stay warm, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.